It is Teddy Atlas. You're watching Dante's Boxing Nation. Keep watching. Otherwise,
Dante's Boxing Nation, what's going on, guys? So, yep, it looks like there's been a slight changing of the guards tonight. Congratulations to Bermane Stevern for becoming the first Haitian-born heavyweight champion of the world. It has been a very, very long time since we've had a heavyweight champion that wasn't from the Ukraine or Germany. It's definitely refreshing to see new faces on the top of the heavyweight division. We've got a lot of new undefeated heavyweights coming up right now that's really starting to make the heavyweight division come to life a little bit. I mean, of course, we have Mike Perez, we have Brian Jennings, which that fight just got canceled. One of the fights I really was looking forward to watching. Of course, we have Deontay Wilder, who's the mandatory for Bermane Stevern right now. We have Andy Ruiz. I mean, it's a lot of heavyweights coming up right now, so it's looking good. It's looking real good. Now, before I talk about how the actual fight played out, I wanted to bring up the press conference, the final press conference that, Stevern and Arreola had. Man, oh man. If you guys didn't watch that last press conference between Stevern and Arreola, I would encourage you guys to go back and watch it if you really like drama. Because I'm going to tell you something right now. In my opinion, that was probably the best press conference I've seen in a very, very long time. Now, don't get me wrong. We done had a whole bunch of boxers get on the stage at a press conference, act a fool, and put on a show. All right, but the stakes were so high when it came to this fight. The first heavyweight champion from Haiti, the first heavyweight Mexican-American champion. It was a lot on the line. And even though I wanted to see this fight, this wasn't a fight that I was just, crazy about watching. But after I watched that press conference and I seen how emotional Bermane Stevern got, and then Arreola comes right back, and they go back and forth the whole press conference. It was dramatic. It was a very intriguing press conference. So anyway, let me go ahead and talk about the fight a little bit. It was a 6-round stoppage for Bermane Stevern. Very impressive knockout. But leading up to the knockout, I thought Stevern, he did good, but he definitely showed holes in his game. The thing that I noticed with Stevern is he's very good at backing up to the ropes, countering you and catching you with something and possibly knocking you out. But he doesn't seem that comfortable when he has to lead. Okay, I noticed he likes to paw kind of with the jab. He'll throw kind of like a quick pawing jab, and you're waiting for him to throw some type of combination. He doesn't throw the combination. Now, Arreola, he was doing pretty good throughout the fight, but I think he was only doing good because Bermane wasn't really letting his hands go, and he was waiting just to land one punch. It was a lot of times where Arreola, he'll throw like 3-4 punch combinations, and Stevern, he would only come back with maybe 1 or 2 shots. Now, Bermane did say, in the post-fight conference that was the plan, to basically let Arreola basically punch himself out. Basically, that's what he said. And then after that, he would pretty much take over the fight. I don't know if that's, that true, because it seemed to me like Bermane, he did the same thing in the first fight that he was doing in this second fight, which is very cautious, trying to knock you out with 1 or 2 hard punches. It wasn't smart at all for Bermane to sit on the ropes if he's not going to be active on the ropes like a Floyd Mayweather, like a Roy Jones. When those guys are on the ropes, it looks like they have their opponent on the ropes, if you know what I mean, because they're at an advantage when they're supposed to be at a disadvantage. But with Bermane Stevern, he would get on the ropes and he would allow Arreola to get off with multiple combinations. Some of those punches got in, some of them didn't get in. The only time where Bermane Stevern really took advantage of being on the ropes was, I believe, in the first round, where he wobbled and staggered Arreola in the last couple seconds of the round. I think if Stevern would have let his hands go when he was in a position to lead in the fight and Arreola was backing up, I truly believe that Stevern, he could have knocked out Chris Arreola even earlier than he did. Because, see, the whole thing is, Chris Arreola, he's a good fighter, but he's your typical stick your head in the meat grinder type fighter. He's a face first type fighter. He throws great combinations, and, if you're in the smaller divisions, you may be able to get away with, running into punches for a couple of years like Margarito did. But in the heavyweight division, you can't be this tough fighter who's face first because you're getting hit by heavyweights. And quite frankly, it doesn't matter how good your damn chin is. Most likely when you're in the ring with a hard puncher or anybody over 220 or 30 pounds, you get caught with a clean shot, you're gone. You're going to be hurt, you're going to be wobbled, you're going to most likely get knocked out. And that's what happened with Chris Arreola. He has that tough guy image. But that tough guy shit doesn't really work in the heavyweight division because once again, you're getting hit by a heavyweight. And Chris Arreola, he found that out tonight. So I think Bermane Stevern, he did a good job. I mean, he did a decent job. Once again, I thought he showed holes in his performance. He's going to have to really learn how to be first every now and then because he's not too comfortable being first. And if he gets in the ring with someone like a Deontay Wilder, he's going to have to be first because Deontay Wilder already has the reach. He already has the long arms, the height advantage, etc. And all Deontay Wilder has to do is try to keep the fight from a distance and land shots with them long-ass arms, keeping Bermane Stevern on the outside, which that would give him a lot of problems. So to have a chance with the undefeated Deontay Wilder, Bermane, he's going to have to gamble more. He's going to have to push the envelope. He's going to have to get on the inside. He's going to have to back up Deontay Wilder. He won't be able to just stand in the center of the ring or back up like he was doing against Chris Arreola, just waiting for the counter. The counter is not going to be there with Deontay Wilder if you're just backing up, just trying to load up on that overhand right. The same thing goes for Vladimir Klitschko. If Stevern gets in there with Klitschko, he would have to initiate. He would have to be first. If he's not first, he's going to have major problems against both of those type of fighters, Klitschko and Deontay Wilder. But nevertheless, Bermane Stevern is the new heavyweight champion of the world. He's the first Haitian-born heavyweight champion. So for that, I say congratulations to Bermane Stevern. And Chris Arreola, he put on a tough performance as always, but I don't think that's enough to be all the way on the top of the division. There are a lot of good heavyweights out there, a lot of good heavyweights that think in the ring and have power, like we've seen with Bermane Stevern. So that's bad news for someone like Chris Arreola, a guy who doesn't have the defense. I mean, realistically, Chris Arreola is pretty much like the heavyweight version of Brandon Rios or Antonio Margarito. Like I said, in the heavyweight division, that tough chin, trying to walk through punches, that does not work in the heavyweight division. I mean, quite frankly, it doesn't work in the sport of boxing, but you have a better chance of being knocked out quicker in the heavyweight division, if I could put it that way. So that's what it is, guys. We have a new heavyweight champion, and once again, it's not a Klitschko. So we'll see what happens in the future, guys, and I'm on to the next one.